to Manchester City and Everton and this story that you've written, Miguel, in the Independent. Premier League clubs furious over the delays to Man City and Everton financial cases. Tell us about your piece.
Yeah, it's been, I suppose, the increasing vibe in the Premier League as well. And I suppose it was something that was, at the very least, in the background amid all the celebrations around City, which is the uncertainty that comes from the 115 alleged breaches. So in this case, as was put to me and as written, I mean, the piece is much about the Premier League kind of multiple role as an organiser, a regulator, an investigator and a prosecutor. And so one of the suggestions that I've been told about that has been put to the Premier League repeatedly and for 3 years is they should develop some sort of independent disciplinary unit or investigative unit like UEFA has with two separate chambers, or now like the EFL has, and which was shown in the speed with which the Reading case was dealt with. And one of the arguments is because it doesn't have these units, it has played into how long particularly the City case is going. I mean, even there's been frustration with the Everton case, which involves a reference to the Commission for one alleged breach. That there was some thinking it would be done before the end of the season. Instead, it could go into the closed season, perhaps longer. But one of the frustrations, of course, is that while these issues go unsolved, particularly with the City case, given it involves a title, given the length of time, given the number of breaches, that it just leaves this kind of we can't say anything right now with complete certainty. And that has, and that comes down to the product of the Premier League as well.
Yeah, what we can say for certain is that Manchester City have got one trophy in the bag this season and are targeting two more with the FA Cup and the Champions League finals both to come. And let's move on to the Mirror, your paper, John, and the piece here that you've done. Pep Guardiola takes on Manchester United and Liverpool icons in the fierce new debate after trophy glory. Who is the best? Have the Mirror come to a definitive answer on that?
No, I think we've got about 12 different opinions. But listen, mine was simple, that basically I do think that he's the best of his generation. I think Guardiola is an absolute genius who reinvents football in many ways and makes us look differently at the game. I've got so much admiration for him. Equally, how on earth can you compare him and football of 2023 to even 10 years ago, and kind of Fergie finishing, if you like. I think Fergie was the greatest manager of them all. Not just at Manchester United, but look what the miracle that he achieved with Aberdeen, winning a European final over Real Madrid. Can you imagine that now? I think also Liverpool dominated for 20 years. How can you overlook Bob Paisley? But again, you sort of, you're into the realms, aren't you, of kind of different eras, different expectations, football's moved on so much. It's so fast and furious now that I think it's almost a different sport. And that's what impresses me so much about Manchester City. Yes, I know we'll have this debate about the sort of the question marks over the sort of the charges and what have you, but you still have to produce and build winning teams and provide that kind of relentless attitude towards trophies, and Manchester City do that to such an extent. I do think Guardiola is by far and away the best, I think, of his generation.